Hello everyone, TAC1421 here with the League of Legends gameplay commentary, and don't worry, the screen is not glitched out. Everyone on my team does have a Heimerdinger on their team, and the opposing team is Nidalee. This is a new game mode for League of Legends, and it's called All for One, I believe. One for All. I think it's One for All. And whatever it is, it'll be in the title of the video, so don't worry about that. If I'm saying it wrong right now, I apologize, but it will be right in the title of the video. It's some kind of, it has one in the title. I think it's One for All, to be honest. But anyways, enough about that. This game was, obviously, we were Heimerdinger, and the opposing team was Nidalee. And now I think we got off to a really good start. I think Heimerdinger, for the most part, does really well against Nidalee early on in the game because we can put down a ton of turrets and just really poke. It's not until later where Nidalee's spears are doing a ton of damage. So we got off to a really nice start, our team did, and we kind of just went from there. I went mid because I had the most experience playing Heim on my team. I was playing alongside Am1520 as well as Christophus. I hope I'm saying his name right, but he's another YouTuber that does a lot of Pokemon stuff, and I know him just from YouTube, and we were playing alongside him as well. So Amp did pretty decent, but none of them really knew how to play Heim. Amp said that he only really knew how to play him just from my videos, which isn't really too much. It's just you don't have any playing experience with him. So, and then the other two people on our team, I don't know if they knew how to play him at all. One did really well, but I had the most damage output on the team by far. He kind of stole a lot of my kills and stuff and just kind of cleaned up a lot of the kills. So I think it's safe to say that I don't know, I led the team to victory. I don't want to say that because it was a team effort, but I did really well in the game, let's just put it that way. So anyways, I wanted to talk about this new game mode a little bit, and I also want to talk about this game more in depth after I do that. So I guess I'll start by kind of just going over the new game mode. It's pretty simple. It's kind of like a ranked pick and ban scenario, like a draft pick. Karthus and Teemo are permanently banned from this game mode, which honestly makes logical sense considering that you don't want to have Karthus ults all around the map. You pretty much ult on cooldown, or you can just kind of time it so you all ult this at the same time, and I'm pretty sure that would be an instant kill. It'd be like a pentakill for the last person that got it off. So it makes sense why it is not in the game where you can't play Karthus. And then Teemo, for other obvious reasons, there would just be a ton of mushrooms everywhere. There'd be a ton of poison damage. It would be so obnoxious. I guarantee that if Karthus and Teemo weren't permabanned from this game type, that in every single game you'd be a fool to not ban those two. If you ban Teemo, not Karthus, it'd pretty much be a Karthus versus Karthus game. So that would be no fun. And vice versa. If you only banned Karthus, it'd be a Teemo versus Teemo game. And if neither banned either one, then that'd be really interesting. But anyways, I just want to point out that clip right there was really funny. I got Zonia's really early on just so that I can Zonia's and then use my ult and my turret. But yeah, so all for one, and then basically you go through a scenario where you ban out 3 champions each on either team, and then at the very end you vote on who you want to pick, and whoever has the most votes for your team, you all end up going that champion. Now sometimes it may occur where there's maybe there's 2 different people that pick one champion and then 2 other people that pick a different champion, so it all kind of depends on sometimes it's kind of a luck kind of based thing where you might not you're gonna play people that you might not necessarily know how to play, so that's kind of brings into a lot of it. You want to play a champion that for the most part everyone kind of knows how to play on your team. The majority of your teammates know how to play, as well as a champion that is going to be good for a scenario where every single person on your team has that champion. So it's definitely a difficult thing. You want to get a party together and kind of plan beforehand. We had 3 people in our party, including myself, so we can kind of we could generate the picks and the votes, so we knew exactly who to play. So that was, definitely a good thing there. But anyways, so I played, I believe 6 games of this game mode last night, and I think it was either 5 or 6. So I'm going to go through all those just for everyone, so you can kind of get a good idea of the champions that are being played, etc. So my first game was an interesting one. We had a team of, my team was Jarvan, and I had no idea how to play Jarvan, so I had no idea what I was doing. I was the only one negative on my team. I wasn't too negative. I went like 3 and 4, but still, I was the only one negative on my team. There's 3 guys on my team that knew how to play Jarvan really well, so they pretty much led the team to victory. But it was really funny to see just ult after ult after ult, and we were playing a team of all Yis, which I thought we were going to get destroyed, but it turned out that we actually did really well, so that was good there. The next game that I played was when I actually picked up Am1520 into my party, and we played a game of Ziggs, I think. Was it? No, it wasn't Ziggs yet. It was Ezreal versus Riven, and I thought Ezreal would be good for this game mode. We could have people go both AD and AP, and we had global ults, which would do really well. But we played a team of Rivens, and they completely destroyed us. I don't think I've ever been destroyed so much in a game before. It was like 30-3 in kills, and it was just all bad. We had absolutely no chance. Once one Riven would stun you, the next one would stun you, and your E, you couldn't even get away. So it was very difficult there. The next game that we played was actually the one where I picked up Christovus, and we played, I think, 3 games together. The very first one we played was with Ziggs, and that was probably the most fun game of this game type that I played, just because I knew how to play Ziggs really well. I've been playing Ziggs for a long time, and the poke was crazy, and we played Tristana. So whenever Tristana would go to jump, you can just throw the satchel charge at her, or you can throw the E at her, and it would do a lot of damage. Plus, you just had a ton of poke, and I know Tristana has a lot of poke, but Ziggs has a ton of poke, so we pretty much steamrolled that game. I think everyone on the team had like 10 kills at least, so that was pretty crazy there. My stats might be off a little bit on that, but I know Amp did really well in that game. Christovus did really well in that game, as well as myself. So that was a really fun game, and that was against Tristana. As I said, the next game was we played Blitz, and that was actually that was a really fun game. KD wise, I didn't do that well. I went like 5 and 2, but I had like 13 assists, which was crazy. I think the next most assists on the team was like 4. So I did really well that game as far as KDA goes, or whatever it's called, kills and assists per death. So did really well that game, and we won that game really easily. We played against Ahri that game. So it was just really fun. You can chain your pulls. You can pull one person, and then the other person can be at the turret, and they can pull them towards the turret, and there's like double knockups and stuff. So it went really well. I definitely recommend banning Blitz in this game type, just as kind of a key advice, because you do not want to play against Blitz. I can guarantee you that. And then you might actually consider banning Heimerdinger too, just based off of this game. You can see that there's a ton of turrets everywhere, so it's just crazy. And then the final game that we played was this Heimerdinger game, and this game went an hour, and I must apologize, my recording kind of cut off the very end of the game, but it was only the final like 5 to 7 minutes of the game, and you could kind of tell the direction the game was going. We got all the inhibs, and it was the minions were just dominating in the base, and it kind of just steamrolled from there. But this Nidalee Heimerdinger game, it was very interesting because we had 2 different things going for us. We had Heimer's turrets, and then a crazy amount of poke from the W. So we had that going for us. But Nidalee's spears were doing so much damage, and we were very squishy champions. Heimerdinger is. So I started to build armor, and I got a whatever it's called, Angel's Guardian, which really helped me out. So I got that, but it was a crazy how much damage the spears were doing. But it was also crazy how much Heimer's things were doing as well. So it was a pretty even game. I think just because we got off to such a good start was the reason that we won this game. But yeah, that's pretty much that. This game type, I really enjoy it, and I definitely recommend people try it out because it's a very unique game, and it also gives you a chance to play champions that you've never played before. What's interesting about this game type is you actually you get to play. You don't have to have the champion. Not everyone has to have the champion to play that particular champion on your team. And by the way, this was a phenomenal kill right there. Just gonna point that out there. But anyways, so yeah, if say that you don't have like Twisted Fate, you can still play Twisted Fate, and I don't recommend playing Twisted Fate, although that might be pretty interesting. Something that I really want to try out is I've never played Shen before, but I thought that'd be really interesting to play Shen. Another one would be maybe like Aatrox. That'd be kind of interesting to have those ults, those passives going off, as well as Zac, but I don't think Zac does enough damage to be really effective. But yeah, it's very interesting. So, try it out. Let me know in the comments down below what champion you think, besides Karthus and Teemo, what champion you think would be the most dominant in this game type, and what champion you'd like to see, as well as if you'd like to see more of these game types, more of these gameplays, because I have the Blitz one saved on my file share. I had to get rid of the Ziggs one, unfortunately, but I'll definitely be doing more of these games in the future. So that's that. This game is going to end very shortly here. I do hope you enjoyed. I managed to go top and get a bunch of the turrets and kind of push further and further. Again, the game, unfortunately, the recording cut off, so I couldn't save the record. I don't know what was wrong with it. It's just messing up. Camtasia lately is kind of acting a little weird. I don't know what's wrong with it. It cuts off a few of the games. It does some things I don't want it to in the editing process. But yeah, so I just kind of pushed this turret right here. They could not do anything to really stop me there. Once you have a bunch of turrets set up near the turret, and you kind of just have a wall of things that can't really touch you, and they actually came back and also got the inhibitor. So that's that. I do hope you enjoyed. Again, leave in the comments down below what champion you think would be the best for this game mode besides Karthus and Teemo, because they'd be absolutely ridiculous in this game mode. And personally, my favorite, I'm going to have to go with Ziggs. He's just a blast to play, literally. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. Completely intended there. But yeah, that's going to end this off. I don't remember what my KD was because it cut off the recording, as I said, but I think I went like 13 and 8, I want to say. I died in a pretty stupid way at the very end. I kind of just pretty much went suicide into their base trying to get a kill. So yeah, but yeah, that's going to be that. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see everyone next time. Peace.